give me one mic. Everybody's got excuses, but you got one life to live, one life to give, one moment, one opportunity. Boy, that's it, and it's all said and done. When the going gets tough and the tough gets going, you just go ahead and run. Cause opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. They're being constructive or they jealous of the outcome. It's not about the times you fail, it's about the times you got up. And I don't even care what the fuck your excuses is. Fact is, you just playing the cards of foolishness. What you think I'm dubious, you gotta get up, get going and just move on. Don't look towards the past, you gotta groove on. You procrastinating now, you gotta get that motivation. I already created a track called Inspiration. Gotta get up, get going and get fucking hype. Go ahead kid, go ahead and live your life with no regrets, no regard all the fucking time. Cause I'm telling you, if you keep going, you go on. End up in the same spot you've been in all your fucking life now. Tell me now who's winning. Opinions are like assholes, everybody.
We are live and this is Sunday Slam. I am Big Red and I'm with JLB.
You know me. What is going on, guys? Sundays. Pretty decent week. You know, we did Sundays because everyone would show up, but we're missing one. We're missing
one of the Three Stooges.
That's it. Oh.
And if he sees this, what's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up? Like, are you forgetting to come somewhere? Go somewhere?
I call you, no phone, no answer.
Hey, there's two people. I'm sure he's one of those two. One job.
Anyway, we're here. We're both here. We came on time, kind of.
We did, kind of, sort of, not really, but we're here.
We're here, and yeah. Where you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, since we're doing it on Sundays, I think it's only appropriate to start at the beginning of the week, wrestling-wise. So, might be good to start on Monday. But before I guess we get to like our weekly recap, discuss what happened during the week and so on and so forth, might be worth discussing Triple H announcing his in-ring retirement officially on the ESPN Plus interview he did with Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Basically, he just said it very nonchalantly like that. I don't know why everyone's necessarily making a big deal out of it in terms of like he kind of already was semi-retired in regards to actually wrestling a lot. We've only seen him really wrestle like once every 3 years or something, but I guess this is just because it makes it official. For those of you who didn't watch the interview, he basically, where's Kid Crazy? I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
But
where's Waldo? I found Waldo. I couldn't find Kid Crazy though.
Where's San Diego? We don't know.
And that's it. Where in the world is Kid Crazy? So with that, he had made it officially announced. He started talking about his heart attack, essentially when he had first realized that he had the Widowmaker is what it's called. Basically, it was really bad. I don't know if his heartbeat was 12 or something, but there was something that was 12, which is like really bad. It almost means you're near death.
Yeah.
To the extent for your cardiovascular, I'm not a doctor or a nurse, or I don't know the right terminology, but for your heart. And it was really bad. The doctors had told him to go to the emergency right away. He packed his bag. He did. And then literally the day after is when he got that number 12, which usually a normal heart should be like 650 or 60 sort of 66. Ordeal or something like that around those lines. And he basically just said like, I almost died. It was really that dire. His kids, he was obviously worried about his kids. His kids see their dad as this strong guy, and now he's in the hospital. And his wife, obviously Stephanie, was always by his side, helping him out. And it was a very serious, dire situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically just said, he's like, listen, when Stephen A. Smith asked him, hey, so what is next for Triple H in ring? And he basically just told them, like, listen, I think my in ring days are done, and they kind of been done for quite some time, but I now have a defibrillator in my heart. And I really, that's not a good sign to be doing anything in the ring with that. So in a sense, he initially announced his retirement. Good Sunday, guys, and hi to my friend. Yes, absolutely, guys. You obviously all know each other, so by all means, hello everybody. Yes. So, Jesus Christ,
His heart,
12
not
is
his,
the
not his
amount
hat.
of hat.
His
I
heart.
said heart, damn it. Oh, but was he making fun of me, or did he just misspell? I hope he
I think
misspelled it.
no. You said
and
heart.
not made fun.
I was
I
there.
said
You
heart,
said
right?
heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Casey's always just ragging on me. Yeah, I do one library misannouncement, and then he thinks I mispronounce everything else. Yes. So he initially mentioned that he is doing everything kind of more behind the scenes. He's still working on the newer talent for WWE and so on and so forth. So he's still in those roles, kind of more on light duty, not as much as he did before. But eventually he'll be still taking that over, and he seems pretty positive. He looks in good health. And yeah, what an interview. What did you think? I guess you watched a little bit of it, right?
I watched the first 7 minutes.
First 7 minutes. It was a 13-minute interview, so you were halfway there.
I was halfway there. Well, back to your question, why people think making a big deal. I guess it's the fact that there was always that, oh, he could come, like usually comes at Mania.
Right. And he was supposed to do something.
Yeah, and technically he was supposed to do something this year, as same as Scott Hall was supposed to do something with NWO this year.
Right.
So now we know for a fact that there's gonna be, well, the game is over, basically. That's what everyone's saying. And
that's it. And the outpouring tributes from all the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Except Ryback. Ryback just has to make everything about him. Like, what the hell, bro? Oh, well, it was one of my childhood heroes, and meeting you was garbage.
It was a dozen time.
It was a dozen time library. Fine. Yeah, Ryback's thing. Like, bro, can you just stop making things about yourself? I don't even really want to talk about him that much because I don't want to give him any kind of platform, although he has it on Twitter. But it's worth noting, dude, there's times where you could just not be a dick and then appreciate the guy's legacy, and that's it. Move on. Like, this is not about you. Who cares about what you felt with, like, when meeting him? And but I hope he's doing okay. And thank you for just thank you for everything that you've done. Your legacy will forever live on, and that's it. Close your Twitter, end the tweet, post it. Voila. It's not about you, Ryback. No one's given a shit about you for the past 15 years. And no one will now. Like, it is what it is, bro. You're not going to get... And going after Triple H isn't going to help you in any way, shape, or form. You're just a sour little bitch is what you are, Ryback. Feed you more. It should feed you some freaking... damn, I got nothing. Feed you some... feed you something to make your mouth shut, because no one should talk with their mouth full. There you go. Yeah, no, and that's it. And just the outpouring tributes from wrestlers, the stuff that people are making is just epic. There was one where he was with Stephanie and his daughters walking, and the belts were just right in front with all displayed of all the championships he's won. Just crazy outpouring of support. Kind of sad that it was a house show in Japan. We can't watch. Yeah, well, I mean, there's rumors though. So there's weird because apparently his last match was against Randy Orton, but it was like an unsanctioned match, so it counts, but it doesn't count. Yeah, and that was in 2021. So yeah, I don't know. 2021, 2020. Either way, yeah. So if you don't count that Randy Orton little thing because it wasn't long, then yeah, a match in Japan was Triple H's last match. And it was against people. Who it was against might have been weird, but it's against people that respect Triple H. So I think it was a tag match with I'm sure Casey will correct me. It was with Bobby Roode. Yeah, Casey's gonna have to correct me there, but it was like a tag match, and Bobby Roode was in it. I think Dolph Ziggler was in it, and I want to say Tommaso Ciampa, which would have been weird, but no, Randy Orton I think was also in it too, technically. But Casey will definitely correct me with that if he likes. Yeah. So unfortunately, that was his last match there. But look, I mean, we have a WWE Network library filled with amazing Triple H
Yeah.
matches that we can go back to, and it's hard to kind of really recall. I guess Triple H and Taker. The first one out of the three that they did was phenomenal, and there's so many more. I saw the Daniel Bryan match with where he was still the Authority, so he wasn't in the match per se.
Mania 30.
Was it 30? At Mania 30, exactly. So when he was already in the Authority kind
Shinsuke.
of movement, Shinsuke, Trips versus Rude and Samoa Joe. Yeah. So all guys that absolutely respect Triple H. William Regal had even mentioned it was my
That I saw.
honor.
Yeah.
So nothing but rather respect for Triple H for everything he's done for the business. There's no negative stuff about how he was as a worker.
It was in
Was
Japan.
in Japan in 2019.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know this. This is news to me, guys. Thank you.
And there was that Randy Orton thing that happened, apparently a house show in 2020 or 2021. So I don't know, but either way, he wasn't wrestling a lot, and I think his legacy will still live forever between Degeneration X, between the stuff he did with Shayna, between the stuff he did with Shawn Michaels. I'm all counting DX stuff, but I mean after DX when he fought against Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And
his big. Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
No. Go ahead. I talk a lot.
It's good talk. I was gonna say his big comeback at the MSG.
Yeah, his big comeback at MSG.
There's so many.
Much. I think as like a random segment, what I know everyone's busy, and if ever Costa shows up, we should maybe do like our top 10, not top 10, maybe top 3 Triple H matches. I think would be cool, or even do like a little watch along of the
June 7,
2019 versus Orton.
Thank you, Lou.
Okay, thank you, Lou. Yeah, and phenomenal career. I already figured it was done anyways. He kind of was more.
Yeah.
He kind of was more in that backstage role to begin with, but obviously just to hear him say it, and now that there can't be a one-off WrestleMania chance because of his defibrillator near his heart. Very serious. We found out also too his grandfather, his father, all had kind of the same sort of disease. So it is hereditary in that regard. And
With that being said, go to the doc, guys. Get tested. Go to the doctor.
Yes.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's why they call it a silent killer, though, right? Because he didn't necessarily. He felt a little sick. He had thought it was COVID. He said he had COVID before, but he thought it was something like that. And then he finally went to the doctor, and the doctor just texted him like, "Hey, go to the emergency room right away. Pack a bag, go to the emergency room." And thank God he listened to him when he did, because it could have been so much worse. So, yeah. So those of you, it doesn't even matter if you're 30, guys. You're 20, 30, 40. Go get checked at least once a year. Plan an appointment with your GP, your general practitioner. Get that set up. Even if you hate hospitals or whatever, just get it set up, because the earlier you catch it, the better for you. By the time you start noticing a heck of a lot of symptoms, sometimes it could be too late to really prepare or repair rather the damage that has been done. So please make that appointment once a year. Go get checked. And because it's a silent killer. It's not an old age disease. It's an any age disease. So, There's kids who can get that. There's 18-year-olds who can have some problems with their heart. So please go get checked once a year. Man, woman, doesn't matter. It affects everybody, and especially if you have a long list of issues with your family who has that. By all means, it's even a more reason to go and get checked out. So with that said, please go get checked because it can be a matter of life or death.
Well said.
Thank you. I have my moments. And so with that, I guess we should go on to our recap of WWE and ADW and what went on. And it starts off with a bang or a glass break, if you will, as Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens came out with Stone Cold Steve Austin's music. I went crazy. I'm like, what? Oh, what's going on? Austin's here. And it was Kevin Owens dressed up as Stone Cold.
He did that last week too, right?
No, that was just this week.
Okay.
It's been a week. I know the days go by quick, but it's only been a week. He didn't do that last week. He didn't do not with the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he did it twice. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries. And then so he basically comes out. He does the Austin walk. He goes in the ring. Starts kind of saying that he's gonna open up a can of whoop ass on Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Austin's gonna need some liquid encouragement. Beers were thrown. Kevin Owens couldn't catch them, and he goes and tells the crew guy to hand him the beer, and then he ultimately stuns him and pours the beer all over him. Music hits again, and everyone's going crazy once again, and KO is just laughing. He's just laughing and calls people idiots. And what an awesome segment. Awesome promo. I don't think no one else could have done it better. He got heck of a lot of heat for it. And that's KO, baby. That's why I love him.
And this is going to be the main event for Saturday, technically.
I don't believe that.
I
don't believe
I don't believe it either.
Whether it's a match or a set. First of all, if it's just a segment, it's stupid. To have a segment and even if it's a match, it's stupid to have as your ending match. Like, I get it, it'd be kind of cool have Austin like cheer everybody on. Oh, ladies, we're ending WrestleMania night 1. Okay, I kind of get that. That's cool for a Raw. That's cool for a SmackDown. That's cool for a Saudi Arabia show. That's not cool for WrestleMania. You know, and the ultimate disrespect of any of the women's matches that are going to be on night 1 is completely ridiculous.
Because before I heard that, I think we discussed it on the pod, that on Saturday it was Charlotte and Ronda, the main event, and I lost my shit because I said it was supposed to be Becky. Remember that?
Right. So I don't think they know what they're doing, though.
They never do. They never do.
I mean, yes, they never do. That's true. But specifically in this case where they're going to have their matches, I think it's going to be really last minute. Michael Cole, I think, has changed. Or like, I think Raw, they mentioned that one of the matches was going to be on Sunday. And then Michael Cole mentioned it was going to be on Saturday. So I don't think one is talking to the other, and they're really flimsy with where all the matches are going to be. So really, it's just going to be a surprise. And I, for one, am grateful and thankful I am not doing the wrestling pool because, oh God, you would be
all confused.
I'd be all kinds of confused. People would be like, what's going on? And I'd just be like, guys, F this. Here's the matches. Pick whenever night it's going to happen. But no, I'm not doing that. It hasn't been done. That's a thing. So we'll see what lands. I think Austin, if anything, should open up the show.
Saturday or Sunday?
I don't care. Open up one of the shows on Saturday or Sunday. And then have that. That's it. That's cool. If Cody Rhodes ends up coming to face Seth, I still think it's a work, by the way. But if Cody Rhodes ends up coming to face Seth, I mean, don't have it anywhere near, I guess, the Austin KO thing. That's just going to be a match. Yeah. But I think that should be maybe the final match of the night. just
Cody?
because. Well, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. So you have the women's match. You maybe have the women's match, and everyone thinks it's over. But Seth Rollins comes out.
Okay, I see what you're going with this.
Hey, Vince, you told me I'd have an opponent on night one. No one's here. What's going on? You told me I was, because he's supposed to meet Vince tomorrow at 9 a.m. if you saw the tweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one's here. What's going on? I guess if you want to put Vince in it, Vince comes out. Well, I told you to have an opponent, and here he is. And if Cody Rhodes music hits, boom. You kind of have Cody Rhodes versus Seth to end the night, because that's a big shocker. Yes, maybe that does take away from the women's match a little. But I mean, it's kind of a big deal too. So yeah, that would be kind of cool to do it that way. Yeah. And I don't know if we'll see. We'll see what happens. Or maybe Cody Rhodes will show up on Monday this week. Who knows? Well, I guess we'll get to that, because obviously Seth Rollins on Raw had another opportunity, right? Yeah. To get his shot, and he faced AJ Styles. Great match. Mm-hmm. Loved it. These guys can obviously both perform. I knew obviously AJ was going to win. Right. Don't know if I necessarily needed the Edge to come out and interrupt, but that happened. And therefore, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Seth Rollins is a crybaby bitch, and that's how he lost, and so it works. And then he's all mad, and then the show ends with love WWE just trolling us, though. I absolutely do love that. I hate it, but I love it at the same time, because kudos to you guys. You know what's up, and we're certainly waiting for Cody Rhodes to show up, but you just keep ending the show, and we're just here being fools. Yeah, I really like that match. I think that was the match of the night for Raw. I don't necessarily remember anything else too spectacular or crazy on Raw per se.
No. Was the Kevin Owens and the match?
Well, I mean, there was other stuff.
But yes, yeah, but the Pat McAfee thing is getting hyped.
Pat McAfee?
McAfee, yeah. What did I say? I said Pat something, huh?
You said Pat McAfee, but you even said Pat weird. It was interesting. Yeah, no. The Pat McAfee thing is cool. Well, I mean, we just kind of saw him see Austin Theory and run after him, and then Austin Theory goes into Vince's office, and Pat McAfee is like, can't go in there, or he knocks on the door, but it kind of ends there. No, look, that's going to be a great match.
I think that's one of the matches that I'm excited to watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because look, Pat McAfee can perform, Austin Theory can perform. We've seen Pat McAfee in NXT, fight against Adam Cole. And we'll kind of find out if that was Adam Cole's doing or Pat McAfee. But I with Pat McAfee and everything he did there, I'm sure he's an athlete. He's an athlete. He trains. He has his own wrestling ring, for crying out loud, that he bought. Yeah. Apparently he's been training himself for like 2 years, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, so he bought his own wrestling ring. He has it in his backyard, apparently, or something. And so he's been like training, like he's a wrestling fan. So he's been doing this. I mean, if I had money to get a wrestling ring and the space to put it in, hell yeah. I'd do it. You know,
I'll be there all day.
Yeah, that's it. Jesus. Yeah, so that's interesting. That's going to be cool. Night 1 or night 2, I don't know.
You like one of the nights? You like the 2 nights, or were you rather the one big night?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't mind it being 2 nights, to be honest with you.
I don't know. To be honest,
there's a lot of shit that goes on in WWE, though. So having it 2 nights is going to be less exhausting for me. Having it 2 nights is going to be less exhausting for me, just because I don't have to take so much crap and then not appreciate the good matches that I want. So at least I'm going to get a little break in between. AEW kind of has the opposite problem, where there's too much shit happening, which is great stuff, but it's exhausting because it's just too much. So I can't handle everything. So maybe AEW 2 nights would make a lot of sense, just because you could give me a break from me getting super excited from each match and so on. But I really don't mind it, to be honest with you. I'm going to miss the first hour of Saturday because I'll be at work.
Mm.
But whatever. Hopefully it's a shitty match and not a match I really want to see. So we'll see. Let's see what happens.
Talking about
You?
that, I really, it's because if I had a ticket, I think I'll be pissed because maybe there's a match I would want to watch it, but I'm not going to be there, so I'm going to miss it.
All right.
But I'm going to watch both at home in my nice sofa with my takeout, so I really don't care.
No, fair. And yeah, and I feel like there's a deal to get both tickets and whatever. Yeah, I mean, even being there, I think you get your money's worth just because of the atmosphere and everything.
Well, yeah,
it's WrestleMania, you know. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm still exhausted from that like 7-hour pay-per-view they did that was WrestleMania, right? Which was like 2017 or 2018 or something. It was just stupid long. And it was like from 5 to like 11. It was disgusting. It was too much.
Wasn't it like 5 to midnight or something like that?
Okay.
It was long. It was like 7.
You want to add that extra hour, bud? You can go ahead.
I know. It was like 7-8 hours. You're right.
Yeah. No. It was disgusting. It was too long. So
too long.
I don't want that again. I don't want that again. So yes, please make it 2 nights. You know, I'm good with that. I'm good with 3-4 hours one night and 3 hours the next. Whatever. It's fine. If you made it one night, I would prefer you make it on Sunday so I can watch everything. But I mean, yeah, thank God you made it 2 nights. It's good. The thing with WWE though, if they did do it one night, their recaps are phenomenal and long.
Yeah.
So their recaps end up giving you that little break. You can, you know, go do this, go do that, or whatever have you, you know, and there's going to be, and with WWE, they do it well unintentionally. They do it well where they do have a few shitty matches. So you can at least get up and, you know, go do something, go get that, go to the bathroom, whatever have you, take your break, look at your phone, whatever, you know. So yeah, but I definitely don't mind the 2 nights. 2 nights, great. Enough. I mean, I'm exhausted. I'm already exhausted from all the wrestling I get during the week. And then you're going to make it a 7-hour thing. No. 2 nights I'm good with. Gives me a little break. I can unwrestling fan myself for the rest of the evening. And yeah, and that's it. Should be interesting when we do our recap. When's Easter? Easter is the next week, right?
Easter's on the Easter's the 16th of April.
Oh, okay. So it'd be interesting. It'd be kind of cool and interesting when we do our recap.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing like a night 1 recap, and maybe like a prediction of night 2. So that's going to be kind of interesting if we do it on Sunday. Kind of see how we feel about what, and hopefully Cody shows, and then or doesn't show, and then I could be like, "See, guys, it's a work." But we'll see.
I still say it's a work. If he shows up, he's not going to show up on Raw. He's going to show up at Mania. If he doesn't show up at Mania either Saturday or Sunday, guys, there's no Cody.
Yeah, WWE just been trolling you. Unless he randomly shows up on Raw. Because apparently they're having a lot of big things talked about for the Raw after WrestleMania. We're going to see a lot of people show up. Anywho, we got to go do stuff. JLB's a whore. Merch is available at Raw in Order. Links will be in the doobly-doos. Enjoy, Casey. It's Sunday. Enjoy with the fam. It's always good to spend time with the fam. Yeah, but that was pretty much Raw. Nothing crazy. I mean, we saw like a Reggie Akira Tozawa thing happen, but whatever, doesn't matter. I think Akira Tozawa, who's the champion? I think Reggie's the champion. Again,
I have no idea, to be honest.
No idea. But yeah, that was pretty much Raw. That was the big highlights of Raw, at least. I mean, I guess Rhea and Liv had a tag match, and Rhea is phenomenal, and we should always mention her.
I still don't know why she's not in the title picture. Why are you always putting her in the tag team?
Oh, she was though. She was in the title picture at the beginning.
Yeah, but not for long.
Raw doesn't know how to use her. They don't know how to use her in the main roster properly. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. They're always going to put it on Charlotte or Becky, or Sasha or Bailey when she comes back. There's no room for Rhea, unfortunately, in the main roster picture, or it's going to be Asuka when she comes back too. So it's kind of something I just got comfortable with, I guess, because they're not even using her properly on the main roster anyways. Even when she was in the title picture, she was definitely not doing as much stuff as she was doing on NXT. So at the end of the day, if I'm not going to get the great Rhea back in NXT, then whatever, it is what it is. And hopefully she does something. Hopefully she does something with the women's division to make it more interesting. Her and Liv is an interesting tag team.
Yeah. They fit.
So they fit well, and they're really good friends outside of the ring too. So hopefully they get to do something, because no one cares about the women's tag team division. So hopefully they can spicing that up a little bit.
Spice it up like spicy mayo.
Hey,
Which I'm having tonight for dinner. Yeah.
You're having spicy mayo for dinner when
Well,
you don't know how to cook?
I'm with my sweet potato fries. Anyway.
Okay.
On the
I'm gonna
menu
order some
today.
Chinese on the menu today.
Oh yeah, does it come with the Chinese boxes?
It comes with a plastic container that you can reuse. Well, I guess maybe you shouldn't reuse, but I wash it and I reuse it, and it's a nice, pretty decent container.
Well, look at you recycling.
Yeah, you gotta. I gotta do
Yeah.
my part. Gotta do my part. It's very little, but it's something.
Yeah.
So that was Raw. NXT, didn't watch it.
Neither.
Don't know.
And
Neither.
look I even had look. I even wrote Kid Crazy's NXT,
NXT
report.
report.
Well, we're not having a report today because we're
Yeah,
going to.
because Kid Crazy's where's
We don't know.
Look,
Yes.
look. Crazy. No, can't
We
find
don't
it.
know. Actually, we don't know where he is
I
at
don't
all.
know. Hopefully he's fine.
We hope. We hope.
Yeah. So Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite. I'm trying to remember what happened.
Oh boy, that makes both of us. Damn it! And Casey's gone too to not remind us. So. Where's my phone?
Well, Cody's Cody. Adam Cole. Adam Cole wants a rematch with Paige.
Right.
That's gonna happen. Wow, we have to write notes, man. I used to be good at that.
Yeah, when? Because since we've been doing that,
I used to write notes. I even have my notes right here that there's nothing on.
there's nothing. Kind of pointless. Is it really notes then? Is it really notes? If there is nothing on the paper, do you really have notes?
You are correct, Mr.
Hey,
Blah blah.
Dynamite results. So I remember there being fire matches. I'll tell you
Yes.
that much.
Oh, we found the name of Williams' group, which I'm not that crazy about.
What is it?
The Blackpool Fight Club. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had gotten confused. I thought that was Jericho's group official name. No, okay. So that was William Regal's group with okay.
Well, Jericho is the Jericho.
Oh, JAS, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I don't know why I
Jazz.
had confused that.
It's Blackpool Fighting Club or something like that. I'm not crazy
Yeah.
about it.
So
There's a shirt out already.
There's a shirt out already. Oh yeah, I mean, look, it makes sense though. It's William Regal. He's from Blackpool.
Yeah.
Or Liver or wherever he's from.
He's
Whatever.
from Blackpool. He's from Blackpool.
Blackpool. So
Blackpool, England.
So Wednesday night's AEW Dynamite saw Sting, Darby Allin, and the Hardys battle the Andrade family.
Yes, that's
How soon do we forget? That was a fun match.
Yes, that we saw Sting jump again
We saw Jesus. Can Sting stop jumping though?
for 63, man.
Dude, I like the table one was like, okay, bro, craziness. But like then he goes, and it was just a turnbuckle jump. But I mean, a turnbuckle jump at 62. Stuff can go wrong, buddy. Like Sting, I love you. You're great. And kudos to you for still doing it. And if you think you can still do it, awesome. But man, like, calme-toi. Like, you're not Darby. Like, you don't have to do this craziness.
And remember, guys, this is the Sting that WWE said Yeah, he can't wrestle. He's not clear.
Right. Right. And I mean, and I guess also too, just it depends on motivation.
Yeah.
Right? It depends on how a certain company is motivating you. Sting didn't know he was going to be doing this when he originally signed with AEW, but he wanted to. He was motivated by the wrestlers that were there, by him teaching these new guys, and so on and so forth. So the fact that he's decided that he was gonna, do that table bump, and then also do this high flying maneuver. Um, just goes to show you that motivation does take into account when you feel like you can go, you can do it. Sting doesn't need to, he wants to. So take that, WWE. And yeah, great match. Oh my god, there was like a spot on where Darby just, of course, he does the coffin drop outside the ring, but then like the Butcher just freaking also just takes the stairs. Oh my god, man.
And those were concrete stairs, people.
Concrete stairs. 10-ton stairs. 10-ton.
I'm like, okay.
I mean, that's what WWE says. So yeah, no, I mean, I just kudos to Darby, man. He's young, he's whatever, and I think he's even mentioned it in his. Oh no, that was Sammy. You mentioned it in this promo, but like, when he gets older, man, this guy is. But he lives for it. He's like a Jeff Hardy, kind of thing, right? He lives for that trip. And so there was a thing where people were noticing that Sting or Jeff Hardy didn't shake Sting's hand, but shook Darby's. People were reading a little too much into that. I think, I don't know. If you look back, apparently Jeff Hardy didn't shake Sting's hand, but shook Darby's. Or likewise, Sting didn't offer his hand or whatever. Guys, I don't think there's anything into that. I think it was just kind of like that, and they had to move on to what was going on. People, of course, are referring to the TNA Victory Road whole incident with Jeff Hardy and Sting when Jeff Hardy was heavily medicated or drugged out and couldn't really perform when he faced Sting. That was the only time he faced Sting. But yeah, the guys, that's not a thing anymore. Sting has mentioned in multiple interviews that he's, he at the time, even then he felt he was obviously angry, but he felt bad for Jeff. Jeff obviously came back. Jeff had apologized, and it's not a thing anymore. Like it's he's happy for Jeff, especially where he is. So it's not a personal feud there. I think if anything, it might be building a storyline. Eventually, maybe Sting versus Jeff or Jeff versus Darby eventually could be a thing, which, oh my God, that Jeff versus Darby, let's go. You know what I mean? But not yet. They got to finish the whole. I think they did do something though, with mentioning something for the tag match though.
That's it. Thank you, Lou. Blackpool Combat Club. Yes, it's not Fighting Club. Combat. Yeah.
Yeah. One job. Yeah. So the 8-man tornado tag
for the notes. So.
No, that's valid. We also saw CM Punk versus Dax Hardwood.
Yes,
which was a great match.
And they're turning face.
Fun. Yeah.
Because there's rumors of Bret. I don't see Bret as a manager. I don't see it.
I mean, I think people are just saying that because if anybody, if Bret was going to come back for anybody, it would be FTR.
Yeah.
Because Bret has mentioned his love for that type of wrestling, obviously, and him being a technician like that. And they have mentioned that one of their idols was Bret Hart. So I think that's why a lot of people, and I mean, I guess Bret could technically do it. I mean, he's been there before.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to necessarily do much. He just has to walk there and whatever. Bret, maybe dye your hair though, but I'm not a fan of seeing you with gray hair.
But just the fact of him being in the corner of the ring is really big. So
no, that's it. I mean, you don't need him to ever get in the ring or whatever. or anything like that. So just him being there, do little backstage promos with them. I mean, the FTR can do their own thing really well, but Bret, just to say a few words, these guys are the top. Well, what are they? The top guys? Top guys out?
Top guys, yeah.
Top guys out because we're the best. They're the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Top guys out. You know what I mean? Just to do that, I'm down with. Like, you know what I mean? You have Tully Blanchard,
Home.
who there as well. You know, I mean, Bret would make sense. Bret would be cool. And then especially with the Owens Cup coming about.
Yeah. In May.
That would be fun. In April, no?
May.
Okay. Oh, it's true. We're having the pre-qualifiers, I think.
Yeah.
Which also is another thing. So we're gonna have I forgot the name. Who's not
Bunny.
Red Velvet? Bunny, yes. So we're gonna have the Bunny be facing a mystery opponent for this week's Dynamite. So coming up. And Tony Khan has mentioned that it is someone new who has signed to AEW.
I think
and the rumor reel is going. So
I'm saying it's Ember.
Ember Moon.
Yeah.
She did have a name. She had a name before Ember Moon. Name escapes me right now, but yes, she will be going under her regular indie name. She had a little stint with Jade Cargill on Twitter.
Oh.
So that was kind of cool. So she might fit really. She would fit really well in AEW. I think she's a great wrestler. She was phenomenal in NXT the first round. She was okay on the main roster, but they didn't really give her a shot. And she didn't really do a whole lot the second round on NXT.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. It'd be great. It'd be great to see her and see what she can do when she lets loose. So by all means, Ember Moon would be cool. A lot of people are saying also Chelsea Green.
Oh.
A lot of people are also saying it could be really anybody, right? It could be anyone from ROH. It could be anyone. It could be someone from DDT, even since AEW now has a partnership with them. But I mean, no one really knows anybody from DDT necessarily. It could be. There's a name I'm missing though. Jesus, could be Mickey James for all we know. You know what I mean? But I'm sure it's going to be someone like not. You know, as a legend, if you will. I'm missing someone. The name does escape me, but I guess we will find out next Wednesday. Was it Athena Reese? That's it. Thank you. Luis, always with the save. Is it Luis or Louis, technically?
It's Louis.
Louis, okay. Not Louis.
No. Well,
It matters, right? It technically matters. I don't think Louis like to
be
Louis. Louis. Yeah. So so that's going to be fine. Can't wait to see that next week. We also did have obviously Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley face the Varsity Blondes. That was a fun match. I'm just not crazy on Varsity Blondes. I
used to, but now good to be at service. Well, thank you very much, sir.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, great match.
And Julie Hart. We all know what's going to happen with her.
Yeah, she's turning, right? So eventually she's going to be turning there. I believe this is where then the House of Black came in. No, the House of Black came in during the John Silver, Alex Reynolds. Oh, I think I'm confusing my shit. Okay. So, hold on. Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley faced Varsity Blondes. That was fun. Obviously, Daniel Brunson and Moxley won. Now we know their name. Still forgot it. Blackpool Combat something. John Silver and Alex Reynolds faced Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia. This was also a very fun match. John Silver, holy moly. This guy went ham. And this guy has got it. He literally knocked everybody out from the JAS and then went back in the ring and still hit Jericho kind of thing. This match was fun. John Silver is nothing but entertaining. And man, when is this guy going to get something? He can talk. He can wrestle. He maybe doesn't necessarily have the look, but that can always be given to him. Maybe it's his tights too that make him a bit off. But yeah, John Silver is just fire, and give this guy a major push. Seeing him and Jericho do some promos would be hilarious.
I love him. I loved him from the beginning.
Yeah, he's freaking fire. Jay Lethal versus Adam Cole was also a very fun match, although it didn't last that long.
I love Lethal. I was so happy when he was an All Elite. I just wish they did more with him.
I think there's too many people. So it's kind of hard for everyone to get that top guy push or that medium guy push if we're talking about the TNT title.
I see him going back to Ring of Honor.
I think that's very possible. And the Ring of Honor Supercard match is coming up, right? It's coming up on next Friday.
It's next Friday?
Is it next Friday? Yeah, next Friday, because I think it's
thinking of
WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll see what happens on that day. I don't even know the match card per se. Dina Perosa is supposed to be on the card, but she's also going to be on TNA's Multiverse.
There's there's the FTR versus the Briscoes world right there. It's interesting.
Oh, fire! Okay, yeah. So that's probably worth your money just for that match.
That's what I'm saying.
That's going to be ham. We also got Red Velvet versus Legit Layla Hirsch. I am a huge Layla Hirsch fan. She's small, but she's fierce and she's awesome. She's a badass, and I guess they're kind of giving her a push, but I can't wait till they really do a lot more with her. She's getting promo skills, I guess. She's getting a little bit better on the mic, but I feel like she can do so much more. Or she just maybe needs a little bit more work, and she can be the total package, total small package in that regard. She's fire. I love her every time. Every time she gets in that ring, I want to see her match. I don't care who it's with. And I believe she absolutely annihilated Red Velvet, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, I'm not a Velvet fan.
I don't know, man. I don't like her gimmick though. I'm not, and I think that's why I'm not totally interested with her. Legit Layla Hirsch kind of works just because if at first it's her height, she can't do anything, and then bam, you see how technical she's in the ring, and you're like, oh damn, let me watch. It's almost like watching a Kurt Angle in the ring, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in a smaller package sort of deal. So MJF promo, and I can't seem to remember it, but I remember it being Fuego.
About Wardlow.
Please do remind me.
He was calling him a pig.
Okay, elaborate. Excuse me. Jesus.
Danik. Oh, wait. Do you think Wardlow is going to stay away? Yes, I think he's going to stay away. I think he's going to go to. They're going to put him in Ring of Honor. I think the promo basically he was talking that Wardlow belongs to MGF, and that Wardlow's going to be away for television for God knows how long, and
okay. So I got it here. This article I should have read more. MJF cut a promo on Wardlow next, refusing to release him from his contract and repeatedly referring him to a pig. I own you, he exclaimed with the venomous vigor of the villain in the business, revealing Wardlow works for him and not AEW. Then telling Wardlow he would pay him to sit home long enough that he will fade into obscurity. He said the pinnacle is far from finished, and next week their return to the top of the industry begins, wrapping up another stellar promo from a guy that long ago entered the upper. This guy has to stop with all these crazy words. Echelon of talkers in professional wrestling. MJF said his feud with CM Punk will not be over until one of them is in the grave, which is great because I'm down for a CM Punk MJF any day of the week. It's a great reminder that just because they had their match at Revolution, the feud isn't over and never will be. Give me more, take my money. It taking 10 guys to restrain Lordlow was a great visual as well and put over the fury coursing through his veins. Obviously, this writing it, but I imagine it was because didn't he get in the ring and then did Hobbs do something this week as well to him?
Hobbs, no.
No? Okay.
No.
That was just last week. All right. Backstage, Yuta, Trent argued and the formers. Okay. And then, so basically, backstage, we also saw. So that was that. That was a great promo. I don't remember it. I'll have to rewatch that. Thank you, Kid Crazy, for not showing up, Mr. Notemaster. Kind of hard to not have your note guy here. But yeah. And then we saw like a backstage thing with Wheeler Yuta and Trent argued over the inquiry of joining Blackpool Combat Club, which obviously they would be fire for both of them to join. It'd be cool for Trent to be part of that. It would give both those guys a push and be part of a crazier faction because both of those guys are phenomenal. And if Daniel Bryan's going to get anybody, those two are definitely top tier. I'm not trying to be the best friend I can be. I'm trying to be the best wrestler I can be. Yuta told Trent. So, woo! So Yuta's definitely joining, it seems. But Trent is still one of the best friends. And yeah, that was pretty much. We got Jay Lethal, Adam Cole. Interesting that Dark Order was nowhere to be found when the best friends needed them. So we'll see what's kind of going on. Oh, God. I wanted to forget about this, but it happened. Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti come out and talk about, of course, Dan Lambert and what's it called? Dan Lambert and Paige VanZant. And talking about basically Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti called out Dan Lambert, Men of the Year, and Paige VanZant, and anyone else who wanted to get their asses kicked. It went nowhere other than to serve as a reminder that the feud exists and set up a verbal gag at Lambert's expense. It was. Yeah, I don't know, man. We know that they're a couple, but I don't want to see Tay Conti and Sammy Guevara as a couple on TV. I don't care. And Sammy Guevara as a face sucks. I'm not a fan of it. I think he was better as a heel. Yeah. I would argue that, yes, you do need the TNT championship. Yes, your matches are going to be fire, but to kind of make you better than just seeing a visual, I would argue that you need some sort of title because you as a face, garbage. Not a fan. Tay Conti, I don't know, man. I don't know if you can't speak or you're not great with promos, but it certainly didn't show here. And yeah, Dan Lambert, of course, tried to kind of save that. I don't know if I'm referring to the Rampage.
No.
I think that was on Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Dynamite. I just finished watching Rampage, so yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Dan Lambert's Paige VanZant thing, promoting Paige's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
If your parents give you an extra $9.99 a month, you'd subscribe to Paige VanZant's fan page and find out why Orange Cassidy keeps his hands in his pockets all day. Dan Lambert's just great. Oh man, he's Paul Heyman on the mic. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
I mean, yeah, you could kind of say that. It's just a different way that he's entertaining. Right?
I guess, yeah.
Really? You don't like him? You're not a fan? It seems like you're being a hater right now.
I am.
Did you drink some Haterade today? Is that what's going on?
It's called water.
It's called water. And there you go.
I'm not a fan of Adam. Never was.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. Well, you know. And yeah, that was Dynamite. I mean,
so my question is, when is Scorpion going to lose that title? Because I'm getting fed up already.
Jesus. He just got it.
Yeah, it's already too long.
No, I don't think he's going to lose it anytime soon. To answer
Oh
your question,
god.
I think Dan Lambert's going to try to build it up more. And considering, and I think that's why Dan Lambert made himself the co-champion, right? So you can kind of put some, I don't want to say more credibility on the title because Scorpio Sky is phenomenal in the ring, but definitely make it
Is
a
he
little bit
though?
more. He's good. He just has no charisma. Is the issue? Excuse me. So yeah,
Excuse.
I think that's what Dan Lambert's doing. He's trying to make the title a little bit more entertaining. And a little bit more credible. The problem is Dan Lambert is great, but he's better than his whole team.
Yes.
But his whole team lacks charisma. So
Well, Paige is good.
Paige is decent, but Paige reminds me of Austin Theory. He's decent, but it reminds me of like an Austin Theory.
Oh, that's saying something.
You know, Austin Theory's good, but he's not there.
He's decent.
And he's decent, you know, like so that's what I think of that to be frank
Excuse
with
me.
you. And yeah, and then the whole belt thing. Well, if you would have known what we did on that belt, you wouldn't be kissing it. All I could kind of think of was, so fuck Brody. You know what I mean? Like they gave -1 the title and kind of like weird. Okay, we did a whole bunch of things with the belt, but I guess the show must go on, and it's not technically the same belt, obviously. -1 has that title, and that's it, and no one did anything with that title and whatever. So a lot of people were kind of saying something with that, but I think people are just reading into things, guys. That at the end of the day, the show must go on, unfortunately, with paying still respect to Brody Lee. And that's that. That was Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown. All I remember.
SmackDown.
All I remember is we saw
SmackDown
last
sucked.
SmackDown. Yeah, we saw last SmackDown that Brock damaged the car, and then this SmackDown, Brock damaged their truck again.
And their dressing room.
And their dressing room.
And did you hear about the rumor of what's that title going to be called?
Oh no, I didn't.
Well, they're taking out the world and they're taking out the championship. No, sorry, they're keeping the Universal.
I never cared for this change of WWE Championship and Universal, and I always thought it was stupid. And everyone said, "Oh no, it's the Universal." I'm like, bro, I don't give a shit.
I'm
It's
trying to
the
remember.
SmackDown Championship.
It's something Universal Champion of the World. No, sorry, Universal Champion. Something Universal Champion.
Right. Don't care. I mean, you can call it Brock's, you can call it the Mega Championship, or I don't care. I really don't give a shit what the title's called. WWE has always been ever since they made that a thing with Universal and World. I just didn't give a shit. I didn't care, and I think the spinner was called something else, if I'm not mistaken.
I hated the spinner. I find the spinner was the stupidest thing they ever made.
I mean, it made sense though with John Cena and whatever, but it was
okay. Right. It was fine with John Cena, but as soon as John Cena lost it, you should just get your old belt back. You know, it's like when Austin had the skull belt. No one else had the skull belt.
Right.
Oh
yeah. Oh, come on. Now he's here. Lesson is heating in your place not working. What's the deal with wearing the full hoodie? Bro, I like hoodies. This is a thing. It's always been my thing, and it is working. It's actually really hot. So technically me wearing this is a bit much. But
he likes things on his head.
I like, and I'm very self-conscious about my hair. So I rather wear the hoodie rather than the
Could we talk about hair, me and you? Because like he's complaining about his hair. Like
yeah, I mean, yeah, and you guys look like human penises. Like, you know, it is what it is. True meaning to the word dickhead, Jeff. No, it's fine. So So for SmackDown,
Oh, Jesus.
so for SmackDown, we saw Nakamura score a victory off Jay Uso.
Do we really care?
I mean, I don't know. It was there.
None-
Well, I mean, we care because they're facing each other, right? It's going to be the Usos versus Nakamura and Rick Boobs, whatever. So that's going to happen. So
Jay, read this.
Jesus. You're going to add that line in your next rap song? Damn right I am. WWE Champion Lesnar, Brock arrived to kick off the show, making himself at home. Roman Reigns' locker room is a fun bit,
Jesus,
blah, blah, blah.
people kill me.
Michael Cole questioned whether a loss by the Usos at WrestleMania Saturday would affect Roman Reigns' mindset entering his main event. Okay, so I don't care. Kofi Kingston versus Ridge Holland happened. I couldn't tell you what happened, though, and I'm not reading it because I don't care. It apparently got a grade D, according to Bleacher Report.
What's this?
Kofi Kingston versus Ridge Holland.
Oh, it wasn't even Kofi.
Huh?
It was Woods.
Well, Bleacher Report wrote Kofi.
No, it was supposed to be Kofi.
Okay.
But he said, "I know someone better than that could take my place." And Woods came back saying, "Oh, King Woods is back from his injury." Yada yada yada.
Oh, okay. They actually do mention it. Why confuse me then with the headline, you bastards? All right. So Woods showed up. So that's great. Woods is back. Woods is great. I just don't care about this feud.
Because there was supposed to be a 6-man tag. I'm pretty sure it'll be the pre-show for Mania. But now since Big E's out,
that's it. That's it. So they're kind of it's probably going to be a tag match at the pre-show or something.
Or they find a replacement for Big E.
I don't think so. I think unless you do something with the Street Profits, you bring Street Profits in,
but
and then you make it
are the Street Profits in the match with RK Bro, and
right, yeah, the Battle Royale there, the Triple Threat.
The Triple Threat.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. True. See how much.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't they turning heel?
I don't know yet. What did they do on Raw? Because the last week
I didn't see them.
That's it. I don't think I saw them either. So I don't know yet. I think that's where they're going. I still feel like Randy's going to turn on Riddle though. So I don't think it's going to be them going heel. I think it's going to be Riddle. We'll find out on WrestleMania Raw. Okay.
You think? But if Randy and Keith Orton turns on Matt Riddle, it's gonna happen at Mania?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be a big pop.
I think it'd be a bigger pop if Riddle is the one that turns on Orton.
That'd be even a bigger pop.
That would be crazy.
That'd be stupendous, whatever they use. The word still stupendous.
They're never gonna make that a thing. It's a stupid word. It's a real word. Obviously, it makes sense. It's stupendous. It's great. It's glory. It's whatever. It's
glorious. Oh, by the way, the theme song is back.
Oh, really? Nice. About freaking time. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think anything crazy happened else.
No, nothing happened because it's WWE. Nothing.
Okay, then Drew McIntyre, Happy Corbin video package aired, only hyped up the match. Don't care.
We don't care about that.
Samantha Irvin announcing Woods would accompany Kingston. Okay, don't care. Ronda Rousey addressed Charlotte Flair in the stupidest freaking promo in the world. I don't know why you call it Women's Championship. It should just be called the Championship. I'm going to be the champion, SmackDown champion. I gave her shit for it on Twitter.
Did you know?
I do feel bad, though, that she did mention afterwards that she was having she was feeling tired and she was very sore. I mean, whatever, bro.
She was feeling sore. She should have.
I think from last week with the whole car thing. I think
so. Stay home.
Well, she can't though. She has to go to SmackDown, right? She has to promote the. She has to promote the show.
Girl,
so,
look. No.
So I feel bad, but I don't feel bad because it's kind of like this is all you're doing. I get it. You have a kid, but Ronda, You're only there one day. You're not showing. I mean, unless she is doing the house shows. Wasn't she at the Montreal house show?
I don't care. Stop bitching about it.
Well, I mean, she was bitching about it on a game stream thing.
Oh
So, I
shit!
mean, like,
she has a game show. I thought you can't be on this on Twitch anymore if you're in WWE.
she did it before WWE though.
Oh,
And whatever, it's Ronda Rousey. If you're gonna tell Ronda Rousey she can't do, and she does it for charity, so she's not making money off of it.
says who?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's apparently for charity, and I would think she does.
Ronda's charity?
No, it's like a charity. She does different charity every week or something.
Oh, okay.
I think she just likes playing video games, so she says, "Fuck it, I'll do this for charity. Makes me look good, and I get to play some video games." So, she did mention that she was feeling tired and whatever. But I mean, Ronda, that's no excuse for your piss poor mic skills. Like, holy shit! Like, I get it, you're tired, and maybe your lip was messed up or blah blah blah. But learn a fucking script. Like, even if you sound tired, just get the script down. You know what I mean? Like,
if you don't want to be scripted, you could go somewhere else.
It sounds like you don't care is the issue.
Because she doesn't care.
But she should care.
But she doesn't.
Yeah. I think this Ronda run is like the worst run ever. This is worse than her previous run. At least her previous run, she looked more of a badass. Maybe being a mom had changed her and her priorities are somewhere different or whatever or blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry, Becky's a mom and Becky's freaking killing it. But Becky cares about the business.
Because Ronda Becky's big time Bex.
Well, and yeah. But, you know, it's different because Becky cares about the business and Ronda doesn't. Ronda doesn't give a shit. She's only there for a paycheck. So you know what, WWE? Money. That's it. So you know what, WWE? Stop giving her money then. She's a draw for some stupid reason, but she's not a draw because I don't give a shit. I mean, I get it. You're bringing her only for WrestleMania.
They got her name value, and that's it.
Her UFC name value was over, and she tried to jump on something else. No, I get it. But, I mean, at least in UFC, it was something you enjoyed, and it showed in the ring until you lost and took your ball and went home. Too soon? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I do feel like Ronda is a bit, she feels entitled.
And she's going to win the title, right? You know that, right?
I hope not.
Well, if you have a choice, do you keep it with Charlotte or do you take it, do you give it to Ronda?
I'm done with Charlotte, but I think Bayley's coming back. So I think it's going to be Bayley-Charlotte show, and Ronda's not going to win. Is Ronda scheduled for after Mania?
Well, she was in the poster of Hell in a Cell.
Who? Bayley?
Ronda.
Oh, but that doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. So I don't know.
Was she on a poster with the title?
No, there was a bunch of people.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything, and posters always change.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm done with Charlotte having it. I don't give a shit about Charlotte.
My opinion, Louis, you're on the ball today.
What about me? That's what I was saying.
You're always on the ball.
Okay.
I agree with you, Louis. Louis,
Louis,
I agree with you.
100% agree with you. She shouldn't have come back. For her, look, I get it. Money grab, WWE wants me. Sure, I'll grab it. I'll take it. But fuck, show some charisma, man. If you're gonna take that money, fucking, I hope Vince tore her a new asshole when she fucked that when she messed up that promo. I hope he fucking yelled at her backstage and said, yo, like, what is this? This wasn't what we talked about. Like, get fucking better. Or, you know what? After WrestleMania, that's it. I'm canceling your contract. But I'm sure she probably has a deal with, like, hey, you know, can't do anything or whatever. But yeah, I'm done with these excuses from Ronda. I think she's playing this entitlement card a bit too much. So I felt bad, but at the end of the day, I'm like, well, fuck. How do these other wrestlers feel? They get bumps, they get bruises, they get this, they get that, and they still go out there and do everything. You know, Brock, I mean, granted, Brock just goes and does whatever he wants and tears out cars.
But Brock is entertaining.
You know what I mean?
Cowboy had to know.
Cowboy.
That's cowboy shit.
That's cowboy shit right there for sure. But he was bleeding like crazy at the house show in MSG, and then he came in and still did what he needed to. And he's an MMA fighter. You know what I mean? Like, don't give me this MMA fighters can't act and do whatever. Brock is the best we've seen him now. I think Brock might be at his prime now. So yeah, I don't know. Ronda, you're not getting any sympathies from me. I don't care about your sob story. I'm happy you're a mom. I'm happy you're great at that. I'm happy you have a loving husband. But I mean, if you're going to go and do other stuff, you also have to think and put your heart into that as well. Otherwise, don't fucking do it, because not only does it make you look bad, it also makes the sport look bad of the one you're representing. So, I mean, unless you're gonna be a jobber and you're gonna make other wrestlers look good, then go in there and get your ass kicked. Go ahead, I'm down. You want to play that jobber role? By all means, do it. But we all know what you do when you lose. You don't show up afterward. Too soon, too harsh. But the truth. Carry on.
Carry on, my son. Sorry, it's a good song.
Don't you cry no more. Right? Don't you cry no more? Is what it. Yeah. And that's it, folks. That's SmackDown. They're basically just promoting Brock and Roman again, and it will be called the Universal. What is it? You said the Universal.
Something Universal. There's a word I can. It doesn't want to.
The World Universal Championship.
No, it's not the world.
The Universal Championship.
Oh, wait. Louis said something first. Wait. No, that's old. Oh, wait. I lost it here.
Yeah, you fucking... I don't know what the fuck you're talking about anyway.
Okay, sorry. This is what he wrote.
Now he is before he had to rely on Paul E. Yes, exactly. Obviously referring to Paul Heyman. Yeah, definitely in his prime now. Who's Ronda, Justin? Ronda is who I says she is. Even his promos are great. Yeah, no, he's
they're flying.
Jesus, if she loses, she's gonna go on Ellen and cry again.
And that is your comment of the century.
Yes, comment of the century. I mean, I think Ellen's done now, so she might have to go on like Kelly Clarkson's show. Wow. Yeah. Ronda is a great wrestler. I mean, she should call herself Ronda Rousey. Because why not? Or you want to do an MMA thing? Get Misha Tate into the WWE after her UFC match.
That's that one badass chick.
Or fucking do Shayna Basler versus Ronda Rousey. Let's go. Neither of them could talk on the mic, but you don't need to, because they're gonna be badass in the ring. Don't you dare make it an MMA match, WWE. I've seen what you do for boxing. I don't want to see what you do for an MMA match. Just make it a wrestling match. Give me that feud. Make that match your poster for Hell in a Cell, and let's go. Get Ronda out of the title picture. I don't want to see her with the belt. She clearly can't keep a championship. Holly Holmes taught her that lesson. Oh my God, I got to stop with these burns. And that's it. She shouldn't be in the title picture. Not down. Shit. Not down, Charlie Brown. I'm not down. And that was your SmackDown recap, folks. Rampage, what's good?
There was not really much, to be honest with you.
You saw it for an hour, motherfucker. Let's go. Give me the scoop.
You didn't watch it?
I watched it. I can't remember. It's Sunday. I didn't prepare. Now I'm gonna have to prepare my notes because I can't depend on Kid Crazy. I was depending on Kid Crazy, and now I can't depend on him no more. This is life lessons, folks. Life is hard and life is unpredictable, and you can't depend on Kid Crazy. What happened on Rampage? Let's go. Vamos.
The main event was Ricky Starks.
Okay.
Versus I forgot his face.
You just saw it.
I forgot his name, dude.
What does he look like?
The black guy that came from NXT there.
Swerve.
That's it. Misha would be over
Misha
for
would be
being.
over for being celebrity. Well, that's what I mean. That's why I mentioned Misha. Misha's great. She was still on that celebrity thing. Misha would be dope, and she talked shit about Ronda on the Big Brother.
Oh yeah.
So, well, yeah, she said a little thing, nothing crazy. She just said Ronda though. She didn't say Rousey, but obviously we all know who she was talking about. She was saying that basically Ronda came up from like a pretty decent family, and whereas Misha had to kind of start from she was a single home of a single mother, and there was a lot more stuff weighing on her than Ronda and all that. So
Yeah.
so that would be fire, and WWE could certainly use that if I guess maybe they pay CBS a little something for that footage. But yeah, absolute fire. Give me that. Give me Misha versus Ronda versus Shayna. Let's go. Triple threat, king of the MMA. Let's do it. I'm down. It would give freaking Shayna something to do.
So the main event was Ronda. It was Swerve and Ricky Starks, which was a really
Right.
good match.
Fire match. Really loved it. I enjoyed that.
That was the main event. Besides that,
Wow.
well,
There
the
was more,
promo,
that's-
the promo that Lethal had, I found it interesting.
Okay. Damn it.
Well, I'm
This was
telling
March
you, it's-
11th results. Oh, tell me more, though. You got to obviously remind me. What was the promo? Again, with the Rondi. Oh, my God. I did not say Rondi. I will look back. Did I say Rondi?
I don't hear you say Rondi.
Okay.
I hear you say Ronda.
Okay. See, you guys are fucked up. You guys are all messed up.
Anyway.
You and Casey should go in a room together and discuss how I mispronounce words that I don't mispronounce and make it a podcast. Jesus Christ.
The interview was about the things have to change for Lethal to win matches. Looks like he was turning heel or starting a faction or something.
Ooh, okay. That's kind of interesting. Let's go to that. So Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer
Yeah, that match was boring.
versus the no, but it was fun. I kind of enjoyed that. I like these two guys working together. I do want to see another Texas
Why?
I enjoyed that first Texas match.
I'm not a look. I was big on Lance, but now
No, I agree. But I think Dustin and Lance work well together.
well, I love Dustin, Dusty, Dustin, Goldie, whatever you want to call him.
Jesus, they really recap a whole bunch of that. Then we got, so Jay Lethal interview. Lethal said that he took Adam Cole and Ricky Starks to the limit. And while they may be blemishes on his record, they both had to cheat to score wins over him. Lethal said there has to be a better way, but he has to figure it out. Lethal said he has some thinking to do. Where did you get team out of that?
Well, yes,
I guess. Well, he has thinking to do. I mean, it could just
thinking to do. You know, I need help. Thinking to do.
Okay, that's fair. Fuego de Sol was also in the ring with a microphone.
That was hilarious.
From the second I stepped into this company, I knew nothing would be handed to me. I had to fight for everything I got.
This is story time with JLB.
It is. Chris Jericho poked fun at me on the commentary last week, but you fans believed in me. So House of Black, I am ready to fight. The lights go out. And when they come back on, the House of Black had Fuego de Sol surrounded in the ring. And Brody, Buddy, and Malachi began to beat down Fuego. It's going to be a massacre. And yeah, it was. And Fuego de Sol got his ass kicked. As the House of Black were leaving the ring, though, the Dark Order marched out and confronted them. House of Black let the Dark Order pass for now. Dark Order went into the ring to check on Fuego. Yay. Oh, Jesus. Fuego de turd. I can't stand him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care for him either. That's fair.
He's cool.
But he's not doing anything. I don't. He to me, he's still a jobber. You know, like I don't know. I'm indifferent, I guess, but he's not doing anything for me. Like I'm not going to be watching a certain thing for Rampage or Dynamite for Fuego, you know. Scopio, Sky, and All Ego Page were backstage with Dan Lambert. Lambert announced that the TNT Championship was no longer subject to an open challenge, and anyone that wants a shot at them will have to earn it first. Sky says, if you want an open shot, you're going to have to get it the hard way. consider that open door closed. So that's interesting. But we'll see what that means, and we'll see what Tony Khan says. Bro, I said Scorpio. I might have said Scorpio. Who's Scorpio? Hey, Scorpio! I don't know.
I hear Scorpio.
You hear Scorpio. I feel like you just said. I maybe did say Scorpio. I think I do have a problem with my R's then. Yes. So Dark Order's Allen 5 and 10 face off against Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Essentially, this was a squash, and Red Dragon wins.
Louis, I agree with you again.
Real joke. Well, I mean, Louis wrong on this one. Lambert is not a joke. Lambert is very entertaining.
He's not.
I get he might come off as very white trash hick kind of thing, but that's the idea, guys. That's kind of the idea, though. And he's just awesome with his burns. You know what I mean? So
that is true.
To each their own, though. I mean, you like him, you don't like him. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally see the native beast, Nyla Rose, with Vicky Guerrero versus some person we don't care about, Maddie Renkowski. Which
technically she's trained under Thunder.
Oh, okay. Well, she was making her AEW Rampage debut and is a student of Nyla Rose. So,
there you go.
There we go. Nyla charged at Maddie. Okay. Nyla, so basically that was it. Nyla just charged at Maddie. Nyla splashed Maddie and followed up with a beast bomb to pin Rakowski. Squash match. And looks like she's going to go after the AEW World Championship. I am down to see Rosa versus Nyla Rose. That should be maybe some fire there. Why we didn't see Rosa this week? Probably because she's still hurting. She's been pretty much always on dark. Oh, okay. So explains why I haven't seen her. But they definitely shouldn't squash her then on Rampage either. I mean, squash her on dark. Get her to... But I guess whatever. I don't know. I have no opinion of her because I didn't see much of her. So ladies and gentlemen, Hook has somehow not been affected by the curse of Danhausen. The curse did not work on Hook. So QT Marshall comes out and basically, for some reason, decides to be all ego. For some reason, he decides to be QT Marshall and gets all egotistical and decides to give Hook a student. What was it called? Some kind of award for being QT student or something. Presentation of accomplishment. Hook breaks it and leaves the ring and is not here for QT Marshall's stupidity. And Danhausen comes out.
I love this guy.
Danhausen comes out and is about to give him the curse. And Hook just walks away like, whatever, bro. Oh, my God. Put Hook with Orange Cassidy.
Why?
I think that might be kind of fire. Because they're kind of more of that millennial kind of thing. They have that millennial thing going where they don't do much. They do minimal.
Hook?
In this sense. Well, I mean, minimal as in how Hook's charisma is. He kind of just whatever. He goes in the ring. He's like, da, da, da. But then he wrestles his ass off. But so does Orange Cassidy. So maybe that's kind of what they are doing with Danhausen. And Danhausen maybe might be intrigued as to why the curse didn't work. And that could be a thing. And he joins the Best Friends. He joins, that could be with Yuta out, with Yuta joining the Blackpool Comedy Club.
But isn't he already with the Best Friend?
Who? Hook, I'm saying. Danhausen.
Oh.
But that's why I'm saying Hook.
Oh.
And that's how they kind of make it a thing. Danhausen maybe wonders, how come the curse didn't work? And they could do something over like social media or something.
I get you. Yeah,
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Interesting.
And is it? And I think that was it. And then it was for the FTW championship. The Ricky Starks versus Swerve, and I believe Ricky Starks keeps it though, but it was almost a swerve. Huh? Oh, Keith Lee comes out. No?
Yes.
Yes. So Ricky Starks retains said Excalibur. Starks' entourage came to the ring to help Starks celebrate. Limitless Keith Lee, though, decimated. I was going to say decremated. Decimated the entourage. Keith Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs begin to brawl. Swerve got into the fray and began slugging it out with Starks again. The referees run down to the ring and try to separate the wrestlers. And this is nothing but bad blood and hatred among these four men. I am super down to see Hobbs and Keith Lee. We're obviously going to see some sort of tag match between Swerve and Keith Lee versus Starks and Hobbs. That should be fun. And I think that should ultimately lead to a feud between Lee and Hobbs. I think that's clearly where they're going, and I think that is going to be a fire matchup. Really excited for that. That
for
sounds
Hobbs?
fun. Well, I mean, yeah, because it's going to be a Hoss battle, right? I don't think Keith Lee is going to get the total. I think Keith Lee's eventually going to win, but it is going to make Hobbs look good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or I think this is maybe where you don't have Keith Lee necessarily. Oh, really?
Hey, listen. I wanted to hear some news about Scorpio Sky and maybe Rondi. So I asked John, maybe there's some room for your show ended. Yeah.
He's not expecting that. Well played. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff T.
How are you all doing?
snap.
How are you all doing?
We're doing good. We're doing
I'm
good.
doing good, boss. I'm doing good. You're doing great.
Yes,
Oh,
very
man.
good.
So, Jeff, now that you're here, what was your show of the week, good sir? What was your kind of best moments?
I don't know. I started to notice Dan. I like Danhausen. I like everything he does. I think he's just funny. He's entertaining. It's different. It's not a character that's necessarily gonna move the needle, so to speak. But I find him entertaining, and other stuff. His vlog that he does on YouTube, and every time he's on AEW, I think it's just great. It adds something different to the show, you know. But I think that's. I mean, overall, I think it was a good week. I mean, Dynamite was really good. Rampage was okay, which pretty much has, I think, been the theme. That Rampage is just okay. You know, sometimes good, but never great. You know
I mean, since CM Punk's debut, right? We saw that happen on Rampage, and then I think it's hard necessarily to top that Rampage, because then that was also a fire card as well that week. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think also they don't want to make Dynamite or Rampage a better show than Dynamite, but Rampage has had their weeks where Rampage was a little lackluster, where Dynamite was a little lackluster, and Rampage kicked in with a few decent matches. But you know, what can you do in an hour, right?
When you're talking about the CM Punk thing, it's just like, you know, that took up almost the entire show. So how do you top that? It's hard. It's hard to top.
That's very true.
I recommend. I'm sure you've probably seen it. Have you seen Danhausen's Ass Boys video?
Oh, I love it. Where he meets them at a convention.
No, he has a song.
Oh no, that I haven't seen. I saw where he was on his little motor scooter when they're at a convention, and he's just bothering them by calling them the Ass Boys.
Oh,
and Billy approves of it, and it was just like, I loved it. I thought that was awesome.
No, it's an actual music video that he makes.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Billy Ass and the Ass Boys. Like, it's a whole song. It's great.
I gotta go check that out.
Definitely have to check that out. Yeah. Are you ready for WrestleMania, good sir?
Let's see. I haven't been ready for WrestleMania in maybe 10 years.
Wow.
I mean, well, let me explain. I mean, there's moments where you kind of like, okay, I'm looking forward to this. And obviously,
Right.
this year, I think the only thing that would be worthy to really check out is to see if Cody's actually going to debut.
Hmm.
Because
Right.
I'm still on the fence about that. Like I almost still think it's a work. Like I wouldn't be disappointed if it isn't, that if it's actually true that he's going to WWE, but I
Right.
almost think that if it is still a work, like, my hat's off to AEW for pulling it off, so I think
I
that's
mean,
the only yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say. Well, I mean, with the reports too now, apparently they're saying he signed 2 weeks ago or something. So and I don't know. Like it's weird how if it would still be a work as we think, um, just because how are the dirt sheets gonna then get it wrong too? You know
Well,
what I mean? Like,
if they're putting it out there, if Cody's camp is putting it out there that he signed,
oh,
and maybe
okay.
it's so under the radar that WWE doesn't really care, and they're probably not going to comment on it, or who knows.
Well, yeah, but they're
But
trolling the whole situation too, right?
But
So they know.
well, it's
didn't
because
Cody? Go ahead,
yeah,
Jeff.
sorry. No, it's just like I figured now with the internet, it's so hard to keep anything like really really secret to get that shock and awe. That if it actually is a work, it would be done well. Like I said, I'm not saying that he's not with AEW, but I wouldn't be surprised if something comes along where they just worked everybody into believing it.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
didn't Cody say that he's gonna do something that we wouldn't expect him to do? Like he was still
Oh,
in AEW,
yeah, he was talking about a storyline. He was talking about something. Oh, there's a
so
storyline that's coming up. But I mean, who knows though, too, right? Who knows if that storyline never happened, or he was feeling a certain way about what was happening, and then so that never came to fruition. But this could be it too. This could be very well be it because I just doesn't make sense for me for him to be so anti WWE and so
that's it.
anti Moneybag and starting this whole promotion and then being so pro Moneybag and that's all I care about. You know?
Yeah, that's
That's what
that's the, that's the thing.
that's what
It's
I'm
like
saying. Yeah,
you leave WWE to obviously to do your own thing and to be in charge of your own destiny, and then you have something really good going on. Okay, fine, you might have had a disagreement with Tony Khan, but for you to walk away from something that you essentially started that abruptly, you know, and you're gonna
hmm
It's too
debut
weird.
on the you're gonna debut on the promotion on the competition's biggest show of the year, just like that. With I don't know. That's why I'm still on the fence about it
it's
being a work.
shady, man. It's really shady.
Yeah.
And I don't see WWE going along with this, especially like I don't think you can convince Vince to do convince okay. Um to I don't
Now,
think you can
now I'm starting to regret coming on. I should have just
really
watched.
now. You should have just watched. Um
Jesus.
like yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
don't think you can convince Cody to or Vince rather to do
Just
a one or two off appearance.
no.
Right?
No, no.
Vince would have had to have said, "All right, you're signing for a year, you're signing for 2 years, you're signing for 3 years." There's no way that Vince is going to give him any opportunity to be able to put that ruse on him and not have him stay for a longer period of time. So I don't know, man. It's very interesting. And I guess if Cody's camp is putting it out there and Tony's camp is putting it out there and AEW is putting it out there and WWE is just trolling just for the sake of trolling, and nothing has been signed, then I guess it could really still be a work. Because at the end of the day, if your main source is obviously that federation and that federation is telling you this, what else are you going to report? Right? You have no other choice but to think that that is the truth. So,
Yeah,
And
but yeah,
they're still selling Cody stuff on AEW, bro. So
yeah.
even if he signed with WWE, they would take his stuff off the shelf. No,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I would think. I just even if he goes, it's like okay, who are you gonna wrestle? Whatever. Let's say Seth Rollins. I was reading somewhere on the internet, but it's almost like you're your push, your hype, the pop that you're gonna get from the crowd, I think is gonna die down. Where eventually he'll just get future endeavored and go back to AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think even Tony wouldn't necessarily mind that. Hey, go get that money bag and then come back. Like, whatever. But I mean, it would have to be a short period of time. He's not going to do that for like a year, right? Because he's not going to get future endeavored in the next 3 months either. And I think that's how long his WWE stint should be, which I don't see Vince ever doing.
No.
So
unless he
I
quits,
don't know.
he could quit, and he'll have his 90-day to deal. He'll have his 90-day to deal with, and then go back.
But then he would have to pay some sort of fine or anything. No, if you quit.
No, I don't know how their contracts work there. But I mean, it's like if he does, let's say a year and a half, he gets sick and tired of their creative again, and just decides either asks for his release or just quits. I mean, yeah, I'm guessing the worst you have to do is just wait for your 90-day to expire, and there you go. He's back to where
that's it.
He can go back.
And I guess you don't get your guaranteed salary or something. You might get penalized for your whatever salary you agreed upon, or maybe your last paycheck won't be as much if you quit. There has to be something there. 'Cause I feel like a lot of superstars would just quit.
No, I'm sure. I mean, obviously he's not going to get paid his full contract, especially if it's like a multi-year deal. But I mean, he did it before. There's no reason for him to not want to do it again, where he would just. So if I'm not mistaken, I think he did quit, or he asked for his release the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing, and I think that's why you can't necessarily quit. You can ask for your release, but you can't quit, because if you quit, then you would get sued.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? Because it's a contract. So that's, I think there's so much into, and honestly, if it's a multi-year deal and he just quits or whatever, then it's obviously not a work. It truly was. It truly happened. He was mad at Tony Khan or whatever. I hope he somehow was talking to Vince throughout this whole time, and Vince was like, hey, you know what? Fine. We'll do a 5 appearance deal. Kind of like a Brock scenario.
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know about that though. Because it's like he does his 5 appearance, then he goes back to AEW, cuts another promo against WWE. Like, why would they take that chance? Joe. Oh, Joe, what's up, buddy?
The legend. That's your friends, or that's
Yeah, I know Joe. Yeah, we go way back.
Joe is a part of a wrestling auction show that sells action figures and all kind of stuff. Most of my stuff is from Joe.
Yeah, he used to indie wrestle too. I don't know if he still does, but yeah.
I'm still waiting, Joe, for us to go.
Yeah.
To an indie show, or
no, to go in the ring.
Oh, snap! Okay, fair enough.
But he's busy now. He's busy now.
He's a busy bee. No, fair enough. Yeah, and that's it. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I do think seeing Cody versus Seth might be a fun match, though. I think if you're going to pair anybody up with Cody, I think Seth is a perfect person to pair him up with in the ring. If you let Cody be Cody and not Goldust or Stardust.
No, yeah.
No, if he goes back to Stardust,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's a big blow.
I don't see Cody even agreeing to that. I don't see like Cody signs and Vince comes out with the Stardust costume. So you ready? I'd be like, nah, bro. Like if anything, if I'm coming back, Vince, no Stardust, no this, no that. I'm Cody Rhodes. That's it. That's all who I am. But didn't Cody have to pay his name back on AEW to be called Cody Rhodes again?
Yeah, but he had to buy
the on Jericho's latest podcast, he had a copyright lawyer, and the guy explained to it that by law, if you used it before, technically you're allowed to keep it. And it was something that was worked out, that it was proven that he had used it before WWE. And believe it or not, something that was said during that podcast, he was, I think, a referee for like maybe one of Dusty's indie promotions before, obviously, Dusty passed, and he was known as the Stardust Kid.
Oh,
the Stardust Kid, Cody Rhodes, as a referee. So Yeah, you should go check it out on Chris Jericho's podcast with the guy. I think his name is Mark, and he talks about the whole Cody thing and the Rhodes and how he had to get his name back, and or how he was allowed to keep getting it, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Oh, that is interesting. Freaking Jericho, man. And Jericho is just kind of all over the place from wrestling to rockers. He's a great podcast. Really great podcast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But okay, so yeah, hopefully no Stardust and Cody Rhodes, since he used it before and it's his freaking name anyways. No, I always thought if it was your name, no one could copyright it for entertainment purposes where you can't use it. So I never understood that, but I guess I'll listen to the podcast. And that was pretty much it. I don't think there was anything really crazy on during the week, unless you had something you felt was also intriguing, maybe on Raw or SmackDown for you. I guess, the KO Austin thing was fun, but
I think well, I'll go back to maybe your question you asked me earlier about WrestleMania. I think that might be the only thing I'd be intrigued to see is what kind of a match, what kind of a performance Austin gives. That's pretty much it.
Oh, I think it's going to be a 2-minute thing. I think it's boom, boom, boom. KO goes into his face. Austin stuns him. 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's going to be.
It's a cheap pop. It's almost like it's a cheap pop because you know that obviously every time that music hits, he's going to get a crazy pop. Stunner right. Austin, like you said, a couple of minutes over. Yeah, and there you
over.
Go.
And honestly, at the end of the day, and also KO just gets his moment with his childhood star. You know what I mean? That's awesome for KO as a huge wrestling fan, idolizing Austin. So he would love it too. Sure. No problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. What did Taz say? I think Taz said something in regards to it being stupid. Did anyone read that? No. Okay. I didn't read it, but I was just very confused as to why anyone would necessarily hate it. I thought it was a great heel move for KO himself to do, and obviously got everyone talking about it. So that's it. And I guess we'll wait for WrestleMania Raw and WrestleMania SmackDown. Like, we need more freaking WrestleMania names. You have WrestleMania Backlash, you're going to have WrestleMania Raw, WrestleMania SmackDown, then WrestleMania, and then you're going to have the night after WrestleMania. Like, it's just, I don't know why they're...
It's a mania.
I don't know why they're going apeshit on WrestleMania like galore. Like, I guess viewership, sure, but
I guess they kind of got scared after AEW released that they got $1 million gate for Revolution, and it's like, maybe we got to do something here.
Snap, yeah. And I guess other news to report as well. Speaking of AEW, apparently AEW's video game might be called Fight Forever. I don't know. I just thought that in my head. Had no reasoning for anything aside from that we talked about AEWs. But
okay,
yes.
But why? Why do you have to go that way? Why do you make up these random claims? Like,
it's not a random claim. It's not a random claim.
Jeff, you're on anytime you want, man.
First it's Rondi. First it's Rondi, then Scopio, and now Fight Forever. That you're not even like.
It's sure. It's like no. The AEW filed for a claim for that name, AEW Fight Forever, for video game distribution. It's a thing. I think with Steve's neck problems, not good. Yeah.
Well, JR didn't JR say something about that? Like, I think on JR's podcast, he kind of commented that he had spoken to Steve apparently, where it was gonna be like more like a fight, you know.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't up to like actually wrestling. Kind of thing. I mean, I thought that was weird of JR to even mention. Like, dude, let the guy get his bag and like that's it. Don't like piss off Vince. And maybe he did feel that at the time. And we don't even know if it's a wrestling match. It could literally just be the KO show and that's it. Right? And then he gets stunned. Either way, he's getting stunned. Like, there's that's not
you think it's done, beards are gonna be flying, and that's it.
That's it. And that's gonna happen Saturday for sure. I guess that can always change. But
we don't
Saturday
know.
for sure. Right?
All we know is the main event for Sunday. That's all.
Yeah, Brock Roman for sure. That's happening. Do you guys predict any kind of debuts aside, I guess, from maybe Cody
I said Bailey's gonna
or
come.
returns?
I think Bailey's gonna come. I think Bailey's gonna replace Belair
Replace Belair, as in Belair's not even gonna fight?
because Belair's injured.
I think that's storyline.
That's what. But even if it's a storyline, maybe
Yeah,
How'd she get her?
but Ronda, not Ronda. Becky had. I did
Careful
say
now.
Rondi.
Careful now.
Careful now. Becky had basically hit her with a chair. She put the chair over her neck
Mhm.
and slammed it to the floor. It's pure storyline. So Belair is definitely going to show up.
oh.
Don't fuck around.
Justin, we had that conversation, I think, like in an episode that we did, comparing the women's division and their storylines compared to AEW's, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so disinteresting. WWE's women's storylines, it's like the same old shit all the time, and
yeah,
I'm not intrigued at all. I'm really not.
Well, I mean, I don't even think you can compare it to AEW. AEW has pretty shit storylines for the women's division too, though. Who do we really care about in AEW?
Okay, they're not wow, but I mean, if you're gonna put both of them together, and you have to let me pick between, if I'm gonna watch a women's match in AEW, well, let's say on Double or Nothing, for example, which is their big show compared to WrestleMania. I'm sorry, and it's nothing. It's not. I'm not talking shit against the WWE on purpose, but the build up to it, I'm gonna want to watch the women's match in AEW.
I agree.
I think it does depend. If you're going to build up like the Brit and Thunder Rosa, phenomenal. But if I'm going to get Nyla Rose, not to shit on Nyla Rose, but if I'm going to get, like, I don't know, Nyla Rose versus Red Velvet, I think I'd rather watch Belair versus Becky. I mean,
yeah,
I think
for the name value, but I mean, if you actually, because obviously Becky's a bigger name, but if for those who don't watch a lot of Red Velvet, you will watch. She's on Dark a lot, and her matches are pretty good. So I mean, if you're gonna put just their quality of matches together, even if it's against Nyla or whoever, she's pretty good. Storyline wise, name value, I think so.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, Bex hasn't really done anything crazy. She's really being praised now more for her promo skills rather than phenomenal wrestling in-ring stuff. So that could be very valid. Look at you watching a lot of Dark. Someone has a lot of time on his hands.
Well, I mean, why not? I get informed. I don't mispronounce wrestlers' names, so I make sure that they're written properly. Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, that's a valid point.
No, but you'd be surprised. I mean, you'd actually be surprised. I know Dark is kind of like this one-off show, or it's maybe like WWF Saturday Night used to be back in the day with top names against jobbers, but the matches are actually pretty. Some of them, not all, but most of them are pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah, because I always thought it was usually just a lot of squashes. Because when I had originally, I think this is when they first came out with it. It was usually a lot of just squash matches, just kind of all right, known guy versus unknown person, squash. So for me, it was kind of pointless. And I guess you have those too, because they have a lot of matches, right? They have usually like 9 or 10 matches.
Yeah, on the Elevation's a little shorter. The one that's on Monday. The Dark that's on Tuesday is a little longer, but yeah, sometimes I'll have 10, 11 matches. But sometimes the main events of those shows are actually like main roster guys wrestling each other. And it's pretty good.
They're really Fuego de Sol.
No, listen. I'm officially changing his name as of today to Fuego del Turd. That's what it is. It's Fuego del Turd from now on.
How dare you insult Sammy Guevara's best friend like that? Gosh. Yeah, and I mean, we shall see what happens on this week with everything going on. Who do you think the mystery woman is for going up against the Bunny?
I'm gonna make a guess and say it's Deonna Purrazzo
That would be fire.
because she's no
That would be
longer Impact World Champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, I think so. But doesn't she have some other title now?
Yeah, she has the AAA. She's still the queen of wrestling, the queen of
Okay,
champion,
with
whatever
the
it's called.
AAA. Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if it would be Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, and if you're gonna get any woman from TNA or Impact, rather, Gianna Perez is the way to go. Unless you can also get Jordan Grace too. Jordan Grace is pretty fire. But yeah, that would be nice. Good call. We'll see. I mean, it could literally be anybody. Tony Khan has ROH. Tony Khan has a working relationship with Impact. New Japan, now DDT. And yeah, so it could literally be anybody under the sun, except anybody, of course, signed to WWE. So good call on that.
Who do you guys think it is?
I say it's Ember Moon.
Yeah. No.
I gotta. I'm about to puke.
I mean,
What
I
a
was
useless
thinking,
talent.
not useless talent. Calm your tits. Her first run in NXT was really good. They didn't really use her much in the main roster,
That's true.
but I don't know. She's pretty fire. She's pretty good in the ring, man. Like maybe her charisma is not all that great outside and mic skills. Fine, I'll give you that. But useless, Jesus, it's pretty harsh.
If this is the
Ronda
first match of the,
is useless.
Hey, listen. First of all, don't raise your voice. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Second, this is the Owen Hart. It's the first. I think it's the first match of the women's bracket of the Owen Hart Invitational.
Pre-qualifying.
A pre-qualifier.
So yeah.
You have to put a name there. I mean, it's a new tournament. It's a new thing that they're doing. You're gonna have to put a name, someone with name value there that they kind of like, oh shit, man, we might want to check this out. As opposed to Ember Moon, it's like, even if it's her, it's okay. So you already know that if she comes in, then the bunny's gonna lose. Well, you pretty much think that the bunny would lose anyway because it's a mystery opponent, right?
Right.
But I think if it's going to go to that point where it's a mystery opponent, I think it's going to be someone of somewhat value. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. There was another name. Chelsea Green is with Impact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she wouldn't be, but I guess they could still maybe technically bring her in.
But he said it's someone that's signed with AEW.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
I mean, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It could be a new signee. We just don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's someone that's new that signed.
The new is signed. Okay.
Yeah, that's what that's what TK said.
It could literally be someone from ROH too, though, right?
Right.
So I don't know the ROH women division all too well.
Maybe it's Marie.
Eva Marie?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Oh no, Marie, like Marie.
Maria
okay.
Kanellis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, isn't she the manager of that weird group on Impact there, like those 5 ROH guys?
Yeah, but they're not signed. Those 5 guys, they were just there.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember how good she is in the ring, though. I don't really. I've only really. No,
Maurice.
Not missing Maurice. Wow. Okay. Oh, Maurice did all right at WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania, but I don't know when he did that tag match. Royal Rumble. She did decent. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty good.
Yeah.
For that one title she has in her little bookshelf, yeah, she is okay.
All kinds of hate. Jeez. No.
And the little butterfly. I think she brought one to Saint Eustache too.
Oh snap! Okay. There you go. And I think that's pretty much it. I feel like I've been talking for a heck of a long time. Unless you got anything to add, Jeff.
An hour and 54, bro.
Look at us go. Got anything to kind of add, Jeff, or kind of good?
No, it's
rolling your way through life.
It's been an okay week in wrestling, and but nothing. John asked me to kind of stop you in your silliness, so that's why I was here, because I think he was just falling asleep there with trying to follow what you were saying and all the blah 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 blah. You know, it's just like I'm like, okay, I might as well come in and bust Justin's balls a bit. You know, so.
Wow.
Still saying Nova after all these years. It's been
I know, but you see, I corrected myself
God.
though. I corrected
Nova?
myself.
Who's Nova?
I used to be called Supernova back in the ring days, like when I had did the wrestling radio show for In the Ring. And Jeff Extreme clearly
Supernova
hasn't forgot about it. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna call you Supernova now.
No, you're not gonna call me Supernova.
It's Supernova.
Oh Jesus, those days are dead and gone, good sir. It's just a JLB now.
Yes.
That and I can't really promote Supernova. If that ever becomes a thing and I randomly become famous for some stupid thing, can't necessarily use Supernova. I feel like I'd get sued some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
And that's it, guys. I don't know. I'm done talking, but this week has been good in wrestling. And we'll see what next week brings. You know, maybe we'll see some surprises on WWE's side before WrestleMania. I don't know. Will we see Cody Rhodes tomorrow? No. Will they actually do it before WrestleMania?
No.
They're calling it WrestleMania Raw. So if you're going to put out the big guns and call it WrestleMania Raw, then you might as well go out with a bang and be dashing, if you will.
It's all smoke and mirrors, guys.
Yep. Look at us with the you decided to come on. This is on you. Now these cheesy cliche lines are now going to be forever embedded with also your video there. It's
dashing.
It's very dashing.
Dashing. You have to throw the dashing. Oh, listen, I have the OG Way video music song. If you don't want me to post it on the internet, okay?
Yes, we do.
It's already there. It's already there. It's still on YouTube.
Okay.
So what do I click? What do I click on?
Do not show it up here.
Search the OG Way on YouTube.
Don't do it.
You will find Justin's debut in his rap career.
No, not my debut.
Just like
this was in 2007. This is
okay. Well, I know what I'm doing when we're offline.
Oh, I thought you already saw it. I will just delete it now. Then no, I haven't deleted it this whole time though. So
yes, he did.
This Kid Crazy missed a great pod today. Yeah, you know that's it.
We just hope he's okay because we don't know where.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just hoping Kid Crazy's cool. His phone is off and everything. If anyone knows where Kid Crazy is, please let us know. But yeah, Jeff, thank you for doing what you do best.
Insulting.
Help out and troll and insult me. It's always great. It's always great.
It's all in good fun. It's all in
sports entertaining.
That's it. Obviously, and we always appreciate your opinion on wrestling.
Thank you very much for having me.
My pleasure. And that is it. So I guess we'll start off with you. Where can they follow you, good sir, if they want to talk to you or get insulted by you? Where can they go?
I changed my Twitter handle. You can follow me at hey, listen.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you can follow me at JTX9783 on Twitter. I kind of talk about various things, whether it be video games or wrestling. So you can follow me there.
Yeah, so make sure you put an X after his thing there because he only has JT_.
That's right.
One job.
Yeah.
One job. You like the troll, but you yourself don't like to prepare. But yes, please follow Jeff at JTX_9783. I'm sure he would love some followers.
Yes.
Perfect. Big Red, your turn.
You can follow me on Twitter at BigRed7819 on WTN or on my other podcast where I talk about everything and anything. And yeah.
You're just not going to name drop your podcast? You're just going to say where we talk about everything and anything?
Well, I did. The Big Red Podcast. There you go.
Oh, my bad.
Or if you like hockey, which the Canadians are done for, like, really done. Off the bench.
So no point listening to that podcast.
We're going to talk about what they did for the deadline, which that was much. But yeah.
Perfect. If you can find Kid Crazy, we'll have to find Kid
Yes.
Crazy first for
We
that.
have. I'm gonna trying to see if I can reach him after offline.
Absolutely. And of course, I'm your boy Justin JLB. You can
You're
always
not my
follow
boy. My
me
boy's trying.
Oh shit, my bad. JLB, you can always find me at JLB420 on Twitter. Real Talk Radio, though, is the brand at Real Talk Radio 8. Anchor.fm/RTR. That's where we talk a little bit about everything. Me and Jeff, we talk about video games and what's going on in the world there. And I do movie reviews, music reviews, and all sorts of stuff like that. So if that is your bag, the link will be down below in the doobly-doos. And yeah, please comment, like, share, subscribe. Always here to entertain. And Jeff, thank you once again, good sir. It's been a pleasure. Feel free to always come on by, whether Kid Crazy's here or not. You're always welcome.
Yeah.
And thank you, WTN Nation, rather, for joining us again on this lovely Sunday. And thank you for everyone for responding, liking, and please feel free to continue to do so. And hope you enjoy this week of wrestling, because it is the week before WrestleMania. So it should be hopefully a good one. And we will see you guys next Sunday as we will review night 1 of WrestleMania and talk about the rest of the wrestling week then. So until next time, ciao for now.